Here we're going to talk about the technical template to set up for your body posture in Sanchin. This is not how to do the Sanchin Kata. This is just to get set up in that static position. So it's important to remember that you should always consult a qualified instructor to refine your particular body type. Look at your Sanchin body in 3 sections. First, you have your lower section, which is your feet. Then you have your midsection, which is your torso, and then the upper section, which is your arms. Look at it as if it's like a tree. A tree has roots, which is our stance, our trunk, which would be the torso, and the branches, which would be our arm. Each have their own function, but are dependent on each other. Here's a template on how to get a good Sanchin stance. Put your feet together. Pick the toes up on one foot and on the heel, pivot to a 90-degree angle off to the side. Now, lock those toes in and kick the heel back. Now that foot is nice and straight. On the front foot, we want to turn our heel out so it's at almost a 30-degree angle, and our knees should be bent inward. This is a good static Sanchin stance. So now we're going to look at the upper part of our Sanchin, which is the arms, or the branch, if you would call it. So make a fist with one hand. Put it right up here against your ribs. Now what you want to do is take the arm that's loose and put the elbow right on top of that fist. That's the perfect distance that you have between your body and your elbow. Now you want to take your straight arm, Sanchin arm, nukite, and I want you to make sure that this fingertip is at the round of your shoulder. Not on the upper part of your shoulder, but on the round of your shoulder. So this is the perfect Sanchin arm positioning. Now, it's going to differ from person to person because upper arms and lower arms could be different lengths on different people. So whatever it is on you, that's what it's supposed to be. So make sure you have that fist distance, fingertips at the round of the shoulder. So now what we want to do is we want to tie in our stance and our arm positions together through our center. So basically what we want to do is we want to do what's called a pelvic tilt. What it does, it actually lines up your back properly for a good, strong, solid Sanchin. Because our hips kind of move, so what we need to do is kind of lock them in. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn sideways here, and when we're in our proper Sanchin, we want to make sure that our buttocks is pushed forward and our pelvic is tilted forward. So we actually want to create a dynamic tension in this section by pushing our pelvic forward. So everything's locked in. Then what we want to do is we want to roll our shoulders forward and keep the elbows in front of the body. And what that does, it closes off the solar plex. Now, you notice that my stomach is full of air. And the reason why it's full of air is because it's a protective cushion. So if any impact comes here, the air is going to take that absorption. Instead of me sucking my gut in and then getting hit, now the internal organs will take that. And we don't want that. So it's important to remember that push the stomach out and full of air. A recap. Let's go back to our stance. As we do our template, feet together, foot out 90 degree, heel nice and straight, front leg turned in. We have our elbow in front of our body, and we want to open our hand, make sure it's around the shoulder, and we want to duplicate that on the other side. We want to push our pelvic forward and sink down. Roll our shoulders forward. You should really feel the tension. It's almost like you're trying to squeeze your elbows together. So you notice that the elbows are in front of the body, not beside the body or out. So it's important to make sure that the elbows stay in. And there's your perfect Sanchin structural stance. So I hope this helps you understand how to set up for a Sanchin static stance. Using these templates is an easy way to set yourself up. Now, once you move, it's a totally different scenario because now you need to get back into that static Sanchin stance or position. And that will transcend through all your karate training, whether you're doing kumite, bankai, or even kata. So it's important to really focus on your Sanchin. If you're one that really wants to master karate, especially Uechi-Ryu karate, you need to master Sanchin. Remember, every action has a reaction, and the reaction is your action. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to LiveDanD.